So Marlene, I was just blown away, girl, when I seen your place. It's beautiful. I mean, I should have known. You're always so well put together. She's always fly. And yes, her place is beautiful, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys and just sit down and talk to Marlene about her inspiration for her beautiful place, her decor ideas, and you know, just where she finds her inspiration from. And let's jump right into it. So
Thank
like
you, Tiffany.
this beautiful, what is this, red or?
It's like a maroon color. I actually have a mix of maroon
Uh-huh.
on a few of the walls, and then on one wall I have a light teal color.
Right.
But I put it together because of the scheme of the furniture that I had in here. Goes along with the rug and just the decor that I have in here.
Yeah, I agree. The maroons, the reds with the browns is beautiful. It really, because brown, sometimes people are intimidated by it because it's such a dark color, but finding the right colors to just make it pop, it really works. And I really like the maroons and the reds because it kind of has a girly feel, but then at the same time, it's not overly girly, so your husband, I'm sure, still feels very comfortable with the place. Because you know, sometimes the men is like, all this girl colors and pink, and they get overwhelmed, but this is like the perfect balance, so I really like it. And even like your picture that I really love, and you said this is...
Thank you. This picture is actually from Italy.
Oh, okay.
And since I travel a lot for work, when I do go away and wherever I visit, I try to take a little bit with me.
Nice.
I've taken several pictures. I have one in here from Latin America, I have one here from Italy.
Wow, nice.
And so I just put it all together, and just I feel like it just adds flavor from all around the world.
I really, really like that, and you really do get that feeling when you're in here. It's like you feel like Italy, Paris, Spain, it's like all in one. And that is awesome that you take away such great, you know, not even souvenir, but just beautiful staple pieces that you can use in your household, because it's always like a reminder of like, you know, that's a place that I visit, and you got to bring a part of that home. So that's really special. So then tell us even about this beautiful basket here. I love it. The colors are just perfect together. What are these, like balls?
Well,
or like...
actually, I love Pier 1. So
I love Pier 1 too.
the vase and the actual walls, the decor comes from Pier 1. I love Home Goods.
I love Home Goods. Oh my
And
God.
actually there's a store, Kirkland's, that I've told you about.
Yes,
It's
we need to go there.
great store. Great prices. Kind of reasonable like Home Goods, but not as expensive as Pier 1. So with a combination of all of those stores, I'll shop here and shop there and kind of put it together. But this particular vase comes from Pier 1.
Nice. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because some people look in magazines and they feel like I have to go to Bombay or all these expensive stores to have that high quality taste in your place.
Absolutely
Even when it
not.
comes to the way we dress. But nowadays we have so many stores, Home Goods, as
Christmas
Marlene
tree
mentioned.
shops.
I still haven't been to Christmas
Yeah.
tree, but a lot of people have told me about that store
Christmas
as
tree
well.
shops, absolutely. And I do get a lot of ideas also going through magazines, and you know, of course I'm inspired by people, even going to visit different people's homes, and sometimes you think, wow, I could never really afford it, but you can afford it. You know, it's just grabbing this idea, shopping around enough, and just you'd be surprised what you can actually buy and what will strike you, what you'll find when you're out there.
That's agreed. What you can actually buy, or sometimes what you can pick up for free, because
Even thrift shops.
yeah, thrift shops. But when I say for free, I've even found like a really nice wine rack that I have in my home that I got, as my friends say, on the rummage.
Yeah.
Somebody was getting rid of it. It was in excellent condition, and I love it. It's the perfect addition to our living room, and I'm very, very happy with it. So don't be afraid. Don't be shy. If you see something out on the street and someone is getting rid of it and it's in good condition, you know, you can paint it, you can, you know, do all kind of things to revive it, bring it back to life. So there's so many things you can do to save money and still have a really unique place. And when you do stuff like that, I feel like take things and, you know, things that are old or people thought, you know, it was no good use to them, and you make it work for you, then it really has that sentimental value. So
right, and it's not how much you pay for it. It's really
not.
what you make of it, and you make it your own. You paint it the color you want to. You you can do so much to it and add it to your home, and people would fall in love with it, and they have no idea where you got it from.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree, definitely. And I wanted to talk about this beautiful painting over on your wall here. So tell me about it.
Well, that is from Latin America, and I was raised around music. So it's a dancer, as you can see.
Yes.
And my
hot dancer.
Yeah. And again, the scheme, the colors, I loved it because it just matched perfectly. But also it has a special place in my heart. I was raised around music. My father's a professional pianist.
Wow, nice.
So since I've been always around music, I figured like I'm gonna add this into my living room, something that I feel is a part of me.
Yes.
Growing up. And I, like, as I said, it worked. Yeah, it just worked for me.
Yeah, and that's another good point. Like Marlene said, just taking things that are personal to you, whether it's music, photography, just wherever your inspiration comes from, and taking those pieces and putting it in your home. It truly is a reflection of you, and that's what we want our home to be, a reflection of us, somewhere where we can feel comfortable. So I really like that. And now I must talk to you about this plant right here. I love it. I don't know if it's because I'm from California, but anything that has that islandy palm tree feel, I'm like all for it.
Well,
I really like that.
I feel the same way. I was born in the island of Azores,
See,
so I'm very
you know.
into the islandy type of things. And to be honest with you, I have lights that are wrapped around my plant.
Wow.
And if I plug it in, you would see it light up.
Oh, we'll have to get that. Yeah, we'll definitely get some footage of that.
So, and you'll see throughout my place, I have lights in the kitchen, I have lights in my bedroom, and I just love things that are lit up. I think it just adds to it too.
Yes,
you know,
I
at night
agree.
you can have some dim lighting and you can turn a light on. It's just kind of romantic, just
Yeah.
kind of just a calm, just a very nice setting.
So you do not have to go out of town, and you do not have to like leave home and go to some extravagant hotel to get that feeling. You can bring vacay home sometimes, and sometimes that's the best because you don't even have to leave home and spend a lot of money. So I really like that. And you placed it on this column.
I just placed
here.
on a column.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like that.
And it was another hot buy, and honestly, I bought it from Burlington Coat Factory.
I love Burlington too.
So it's really nothing that you're gonna see in here is like all kinds of dollar signs. It's really not. It's just shopping and finding good deals and just putting everything together.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. I mean, like I said, in this economy, everybody's trying to be conscious, you know, of their money nowadays, most people. So don't be afraid, don't be shy to go to your Burlington Coat Factories. I've even found things in a dollar store, believe it or not. You can find fabulous, like how you have this pottery thing over here with the, what do you call those? Is it
The flowers.
Yeah, exactly.
As a matter of fact, one of those vases is from Kirkland.
Ooh.
And so is
so is
the flowers.
Nice.
And another thing is I absolutely love candles.
I do too.
I love candles. So
love
throughout my entire
candles.
house, I have candles.
Yes.
And Kirkland's is another great place for
candles.
All kinds of candles for the walls. You know, the ones that stand, you know, the stands, the ones that stand.
Yes.
The beautiful, beautiful settings for candles. So,
I love candles, and I really love those right there.
Yeah,
too,
and that's Kirkland's.
That
was
really
from Kirkland's.
beautiful. Yeah, candles just add such a warm feeling to your place, and even the beautiful aromas that comes from candles, it puts you in such a relaxing mood. And I love candles, especially living back east. We get a lot of snow days and a lot of cozy, freezing days where we're stuck in, and it's nothing like candles. And let me tell you, you want to keep candles in a house because we went through Hurricane Sandy.
Oh, definitely.
And we lived off the candles for like, some of us almost 2 weeks at a time. So when you see those candles, clearance, good deals, pick them up, put them away, because you never know.
Never have enough.
And they can really come in handy later when you never know. You may not have electricity. So something to think about. And this beautiful red that you have on now, is this your coffee table? But it kind of looks like that ottoman feel.
It's definitely an ottoman. It turns into a coffee table and it's actually storage inside.
Oh wow, perfect.
So we actually keep games in there, family games, and so it works for different reasons, for different ways. Yeah, and you'll notice too. Another big theme that I have in my house is a wine theme.
Oh.
And that's in the kitchen. I have a lot of different...
I love your kitchen. It's so beautiful.
Thank
and
you.
I love wine too. So, so of course, I love your kitchen. And you know, this idea for using the ottoman as a coffee table and it having storage is really perfect, especially for parents who have little children. Because I know when my kids were really little, I had like this basket type chest thing I would keep in the living room, but it looked really elegant, but it worked perfect just to toss their toys in really quick if company was coming over. So don't think just because you have little children that your place can't stay neat and tidy. Now they have so many storage ideas with the ottomans. You can just toss your little kids things in and still keep a nice, clean, cozy place. So I really like that. And then we must talk about your beautiful patio. It's so intimate, it's so quaint, and this definitely reminds me of Paris. So tell me, how did you bring this look together with your patio?
Well, I like counter height tables, and that's what I did with, I found a table, actually had the 2 chairs that were bar stool chairs.
Oh, okay.
So I took those I had, and I just bought the table by itself.
Nice.
And then put it together.
Wow.
And then
it looks like it came together.
It didn't come together, believe it or not.
Wow.
And then I found, if you see, I have these 2 like red
I see,
balls.
I love those red balls. And
Those
they
are
match
from
the walls
Christmas tree
perfectly.
shops.
Really?
Christmas tree shops.
I'm embarrassed that I haven't been to Christmas tree shop in Kirkland.
Kirkland's. Oh, you're gonna fall in love.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, a lot of the neighbors approached me about those red balls.
Really?
And they went back and they were gone, of course, by the time they got them.
That may not be a bad thing. You don't necessarily
I don't want
want
everybody
your
having the
neighbors
same.
having,
Exactly. And then I like, as I mentioned, I like the islandy look, so I added a tree out there.
Yes.
It's fake, but it still has the look.
Yeah.
I don't have to water it.
I like it. It's beautiful, and like at glance, you would never know that it was, you know, like fake, unless it was like on a still screenshot. Like, who would even know that? Just passing by, it has a really real feel to it, and I really like the high table because you get that tiki feeling of like you know, being on an island, but like I said, yet you're still at home and you're being able to enjoy these things. So I really like that. And you have a lot of little interesting pieces like this right over here, this vase with the beautiful white and red.
Well, I can tell you that the vase that I have here, my sister actually had it at her house. And I loved it. I fell in love with it.
I love it too.
Until she told me she got it from Bombay. And I really didn't want to pay Bombay prices.
Right.
Well, she knew I liked it so much, she bought the vase for me. And the flowers, I actually went and bought myself.
It
so
works.
I didn't go and pay Bombay prices for it, but I put it together and it looks exactly like what I saw at Bombay.
Yeah, and you do have a piece from
and
Bombay.
I put it together, and I just put it over a little chest that I had, and I put it together.
It works very well together. The balance with the nice rugs in here and everything, it works very well together. And even I like this piece that you have right above
Burlington.
Yes, I love Burlington. You know, people would think Burlington, this is where I go and get coats, maybe clothes, but their decor is fabulous.
You know who else too? Kohl's.
I love Kohl's too.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yes. And I just recently picked up from Kohl's. They have these new, I think I told you about them, the little waxy candle thing that you can burn like in a light night light type setting, but the pot is actually really nice. You guys definitely
Kohl's,
Yes. And Kohl's is a growing company. They're popping up all over the place.
And good prices and good sales.
Very good sales. Look out for those reward bucks or whatever they're called when they come in the mail from Kohl's. I've got them for $10
and cash back.
And cash back. Maybe really, I didn't even know about
You can get cash back.
Really?
Yes, you can. You shop there at a certain time during the year, and they give you like $10 cash back.
Okay, so maybe that's what it is that I'm talking about. So clarification: cash back is the correct title. These bill things that they give you, definitely put them to good use because you don't have to, you know, buy anything to use them. You can just go in there and use the $10 and be on your way, or you can use it, you know, towards an item that may be $20 or more. So.
And I'll say this too about my bedroom. My bed set that I have in my bedroom. My bedroom was from Kohl's.
Okay.
$399. I went during a sale. I walked out with the bed set and among a few other items for $130.
Wow.
So that's a deal.
Fabulous.
That's a deal. So yes, look out for Kohl's sales and cashback.
Yes.
Because these stores that we mentioned, Christmas tree shops, Kirkland's, Kohl's, Home Goods, and you can shop at amazing prices and get the nicest things.
Yeah.
Very comparable to Pier 1, to Bombay, to the more expensive stores.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, and no one could ever tell the difference.
And that's why I never settle for regular price. Watch, I even stock items sometimes and just wait for them to go on sale, or if I see something that I fall in love with and it's not on sale, I just look around in clearance, and sometimes I find even better things, and you save money that way. So very, very smart. And I'm glad that you're sharing that, because a lot of people, you know, don't realize these things. They're just like, oh, you know, I can't really put my place together the way I want because the money just isn't there, especially for young ones who are just starting off with their first apartments. Thank goodness my sister, when I got my first apartment, she came over and helped me. A lot of my dishes I got from the 99-cent store, and these dishes were so nice. And you know, I wasn't working with a lot of money. My sister was willing to help me, and it came together. So it's not about
it's
money.
really amazing too, the compliments that you get.
Yeah.
And you don't have to tell everybody where you got it from.
You don't.
I mean, sometimes you're not that close to the people. You don't really need to
They don't need to know.
However, they're complimenting you up and down, and you know, they love your style, and little do they know, this is where your style came from.
Exactly.
And you didn't pay that much.
Yeah. And then the people who you are willing to share that information with are always shocked.
Yeah.
They're like, what?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm really excited about doing this series and, you know, just sharing this information with you all out there. So, you know, this can become very useful to you. So now we're going to talk about your bedroom, which I love. Love, love, love your bedroom. So how did things kind of come together with that?
Well, my bedroom, I have to say, is probably a little girly. Not sure how my husband feels about that. Pretty much, he doesn't care. He just feels like I can just decorate however I want.
That's great.
Again, I have some lighting in my bedroom. I have some mirrors up against my bedroom. I have, you'll see different shape mirrors. I have a really big mirror. Obviously, I love mirrors too. Lots of candles.
I love candles.
I have a pretty high bed. Honestly, I kind of like, let's say, a blend of different styles. I like classy. I like cozy. I like the warmth feeling. Yet I feel stylish. So
your room truly is a reflection of you and your style, because she is so fabulous, from her handbags, her heels, her accessories is always on point. And that's the feeling that I got from your bedroom. It's just like that same girly feeling, like that feeling when you walk in a room and it's women, it just makes us feel so good. We feel right at home. So I just would really love that. Now, while we're talking about pictures, the pictures in the bedroom, love them. So tell us about those.
The pictures, they kind of show a little bling bling. I love bling bling. What woman doesn't like bling bling?
I do.
And most of those pictures do come from Home Goods. Again, I have some lights in that room. I love different cultures, different ethnicities. I even have a picture of an African American
I saw that. I love that
queen.
Picture. Beautiful.
And it's one of my favorite pictures that I have in the house. So with all the different places that I visited, I also love the culture. So not only do I like the different countries and the style, and but I do like the culture. So I try to bring back different pictures to kind of to show that vibe from around the world.
And it's so good that you get to experience and breathe in the cultures, because as you mentioned, you're there on business, and sometimes for people it's just a blur and it moves so fast because you're there on business. But it's nice that you really take the time to experience the culture and to bring that into your home. Is just fabulous. And I love your bedroom from your accessories. Tell us about how you stage the accessories, because that's another concern for a lot of us women who have a lot of accessories, how to stage it and make it look nice and not just a bunch of like clutter in a box. So how did you come up with that?
Well, I try to keep it organized. I like to buy different accessories where I can kind of add on to them. Like you'll notice that I have a lot of accessories that have bling around them, and then I just add more bling, which is my jewelry, to it. And I keep it in the open. I'm not gonna hide it. I think it actually looks pretty.
It does.
And Some of those pieces, believe it or not, I bought at Target. Some of those accessories. Burlington, Home Goods, as I mentioned. But yeah, you know, I know some people kind of hide the jewelry. I have no problem just showing it.
I agree.
It just adds to the room, I think.
It adds to the room, and you want to remember what you have. Sometimes when you just put things away, you forget.
Right.
But when you're putting your outfit together, you know, and you look over at your accessories, you're like, hey, this works. So I like the idea of keeping it out.
And it's interesting. I have some small lamps in there that I even keep some bracelets and stuff around them.
Really?
And it's, yeah, I mean, it's easy to take off. They're very small lamps. But I kind of try to add and be creative with what I have. So I just don't want it to look blah, you know, like blah, blah, blah. I try to add to it.
Yeah.
So my room, I would say, is probably the room that I try to add some bling to it. Every room I may have some different type of look, but the bedroom is kind of, even my pictures. Some of my pictures that I say are kind of girly. Yeah. It might be a high heel, but it has bling in the high heel.
Exactly.
It might be a pocketbook, but there's some glittery bling in that pocketbook. So, that's just my girly room.
Yeah,
you know?
and you're representing yourself.
Right.
So definitely, because like I mentioned, Marlene is fabulous. We'll have to do a whole nother segment on that. Just her whole style alone is fabulous, and I just love it. So now moving on to your bathroom. Your bathroom is so cozy, and the aromas hit you from every way. Like it just feels so good.
Thank you. I am actually big on scents.
Yes.
And smells. I have candles in there. I have some Bath and Body Works, Bed Bath and Beyond.
I noticed cherry blossom smells so
So I have
good.
a mix of different things in there, but again, Home Goods is in there.
Yeah.
Bed Bath and Beyond, as I mentioned.
Yes.
And I do have, I don't know if you saw this large size picture that I have on the wall.
I did.
Yeah, it is
I loved
also
everything
kind
in
of
your
girly.
bathroom.
It's kind of girly. But yet, my bathroom's cozy.
It's very, I was just getting ready to say that.
Cozy.
Like, who wouldn't feel good in your bathroom? Whether it's girly or not, it has a really good feel. And it's hard, you know, when you're away from home to get comfortable like in a bathroom, but your bathroom was very, very cozy.
The other thing I like too is I actually have dim lighting. I have, well, you know, I can adjust the lighting, but I like to keep it dim, even throughout my house. I like to keep the lighting dim. Yeah. And I think it just kind of sets the mood.
It adds
it's so
to
relaxing.
that romance. Yeah. And that's the feeling that I get in your home. It's very cozy, very romantic, and I really like how you tied in all of these different elements from these places that you visit, because you really can feel that here. It's almost like, it reminds me when you go to Vegas. They have the Bellagio, you know, they have the Caesar Palace, just taking all these different places, putting it into one setting, so you feel like you get to experience like internationally just in one setting. And that is awesome that you brought that right into your house. So moving on to the basement. Oh my gosh, your basement is so nice. Like, I'm just waiting to be invited to your next big party.
The basement definitely has a Paris, London flavor. It also has an islandy flavor in there too. I tried to make it somewhat tropical. Yes. There's some plants, there's some pictures of some kind of islandy pictures down there. And also, I just like it to be a comfortable setting. It's where we spend a lot of time. There's, again, a lot of candles. And again, a lot of those candles some are even up on the wall. They're from Kirkland's. One thing I want to mention about Kirkland's is that you can sign up on Kirklands.com and you can get coupons. So you'll get discounts for Kirklands.com. If you sign up. Yes. And it's a wonderful, wonderful. Anyone who loves candles would really appreciate it. Not just that. Decor for the home. And scents for the home. As soon as you walk in to Kirkland's, you'll smell it.
Really?
The smell
I cannot wait to experience this.
It's unbelievable. It's amazing. It's an amazing store. So and I also have some pictures down there of that again is really a part of me because of my dad being in the music, being a musician, and always being around music. So I have some of those themes in the basement. So it's a little mix.
Yeah,
it's a pretty big basement.
It's a very nice size basement, which is really nice for entertaining, I'm sure. Yeah. You get so many compliments on your basement. And kudos to Marlene for sharing, you know, how you can save at Kirkland's, because you know, we definitely want to keep you informed and let you know how you can save money and live fabulous too. So thanks for sharing that. And then your kitchen. Let's talk about the kitchen.
The kitchen, the theme is wine, to be honest with you. I took a few wine racks that I have in there. I actually lit them up. I wrapped lights all over them. I plugged them in, usually in the evening. It just, like I said, I think it just sets the mood. It doesn't have to be a romantic thing. It could be just be friends. It could be just you at peace, in a calm setting. But yeah, even the colors in my kitchen, I have the colors pretty much matching the some of the pictures that I have on the wall, which are related to wine.
Right. I love it. And it feels like you're at a winery.
Yeah,
and then it's perfect because you have that scene that's right in the backyard. Yeah, and it really has that winery feel. Although it's not,
a field. It's a big field.
Yeah. Now I don't think it's really great for a winery. You said it's
but
like
it's
strawberries.
just a large field.
Okay.
It's a large field. And again, I have a lot of lighting in my kitchen.
Yeah.
So even if I turn off the light, I have other string lights in there.
I love that.
So I think something alone, just like that, something so inexpensive. I'm just throwing in a few lights here and there. Can do a lot for your place. I mean, what is it? It's $1. It's $2.
Yeah.
It's all, it's these small things that you can add, that you can pick up from one another.
Yeah.
You walk into somebody's house, you may not need 100% their or want their style, but you
just
can pick
little
up
pieces
a little
of things
something.
you're like,
You'll always appreciate something.
It is
something from everybody.
Yeah, it is the truth. And I just was talking to a friend today, and she was saying that, I just have no style inspiration whatsoever, and I feel like I'm not good at it. I'm like, but really, you can take one piece that you really like, that you're drawn to, and build on that.
Yeah.
You can just build around that one piece, and before you know it, you have like a masterpiece showcase room.
Yeah.
So,
and there's so much to learn from one another.
Yes,
there's so much.
I agree.
Because as much as I love to decorate, I know that I'm so open-minded that I'm always looking for ways to enrich my decor.
Yes, exactly. And like you said, just even traveling too.
Absolutely.
Is where you pick up on ideas and everything. So that's fabulous. Well, I am so thankful that you allowed us into your home to take out this time to share with us all of your style inspiration and taking out time of your very busy schedule. This is a hardworking woman who's always on the move, and it was hard just to catch up with her to do this interview. So I am really, really excited to get this film out there to you guys. And lastly, the entry. It's like, really, you had me at the time that I entered the room. The pieces over there, closing out, what was the inspiration for that, for the entry? Because that's like, boom, as soon as you walk in, it really sets the palette for everything else. So,
well, I have an oriental piece on my wall, which I need to share, that I saw the piece at Pier 1 for $180, and I got it at Christmas tree shops for $40.
What? See that?
And the other furniture piece that I have there is from Christmas tree shops.
Wow.
And again, they have pieces from Pier 1 that they sell for cheaper. So I got a deal on that too.
Wow. And it looks fabulous.
These are things that I when I walk in, I feel like they call my name. I'm so drawn to them.
Yeah.
But there are also things that if I see at a very expensive store, I'm not gonna buy them.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
wait.
I keep looking until I find it.
Yeah.
I may Google the piece. I may look at those certain stores that I've mentioned already.
Google the piece, because that helps too.
Because
you'll be surprised.
Right. And you will find it. And you'll find it at a lot less price than you could ever imagine.
It's the truth.
So you don't give up. And if it's not that, you'll get something even better.
That's the absolute truth.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you see things, if you feel like, it's just too expensive, whether it's in a magazine or in a store, take a mental picture of it. Because I guarantee you, going to Marshall's, Home Goods, Burlington, Kirkland's, Christmas tree shop, you're bound to find, if not the same item, something very similar or even better that you can work with. So don't feel like, I gotta put it on layaway or put it on a credit card. Just take your time. There's always new things coming out.
Definitely.
You're bound to find something,
Definitely.
So I agree with that. Well, this has been so nice. Next time we'll be talking to Marlene, maybe about her fashion style. Maybe she'll share some of these fabulous tips, and because the way she puts herself together is just awesome, just fabulous. All around the way.
Thank you.
Fabulous girl. Okay, well, thank you for joining us. Till next time on Pieces of Tiffany. Peace.